warm today. We're going to talk about 2026 today. 2026. I think we might have a bit of a plan. Well, obviously, I will talk about, well, let's start again, shall we? No one's on yet. Hello to all of you. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you've all been doing really, really well. Today, I'm going to have a bit of a central conversation around 2026, my opinion about the upcoming year that we've just stepped into. As people come on live, we'll obviously interact with them, but it'll be an overwhelming discussion around that from my perspective and my general understanding on how we go forward into this next fantastic year that's coming up for us all. So I hope life is treating everyone well out there. And I hope that 2026 is magnificent for all of us. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. It's going to be anyone that follows the passion of truth and authenticity in their life and does the best they can and treats everyone with the greatest of respect is going to have a magnificent year in 2026 because you will be accelerated. And we will wait. We have to wait for a couple of friends to start to join us. It is the first video back of 2026 for me live after a couple of days of R&R. And so we will see. We will see how it all goes. I'm just looking here. Welcome. You've got Craig, and this is Craigsworldrocks, and we are back live, our first live session in 2026. You are very welcome. How are you going? I can see we've got one person up and about. It's a lovely hot evening here in Melbourne, Australia. I hope life is treating you well. You know, and if you have seen me before and you are someone that has listened to me chat before, I will always continue to push the positives of life and, you know, self-empowerment, that you're in control of what's going on here, you know, more than what most people realize. And it's about waking yourself up to those factors. This is about, this channel, I want it to be about authenticity. I want it to be about discovering a lot of the truths about life that a lot of us never get to have a conversation with anyone about because other people in our lives just probably aren't open to it. You know, and they're going about their business without really wanting to know a bit more about how life works. I'm all about wanting to know how life works, you know what I mean? So we go forward with a positive attitude and we go forward into 2026. Welcome. I see a couple of people are jumping on. I'm Craig. This is Craigsworldrocks. You are all fantastic. You are very welcome. I welcome you to be here to spend a bit of time and pass on a bit of your own time to listening to myself talk about a lot of ideas around what's coming up in 2026. So today's live. I really want to engage with everyone around some of my ideas about the year ahead. Obviously, I'm very much about, you know, being the most positive person you can be. Getting out there, treating everyone the way that you want to be treated, because I believe life is magical. What you put out is what comes back. It's everything around us is a reflection of who we are inside. So if we can work on what we say and what we think, that can really go a long way to transforming our daily lives in a direction where we want them to go. It's self-empowerment. It's self-empowerment. It's being very positive about life. It's being open-minded enough to understand that you, the individual, has a say in their own life. And if that sounds crazy, well, I hope it sounds crazy good, because it's about time that people stop giving their power away to others or looking for the answer to life outside themselves. It is in you. The answer is in every single one of us. We are the most important person in our world. It's a heart-centered thought, not a selfish thought. It's genuine and authentic. If you want to transform, if you are the type of person that cares for others, for example, you need to care for yourself first so you can truly care for others. And when you learn how to transform your own life for the better by working on you, you actually become the example for others around you. It's really that simple. And this is something that I've learned and tried and done these things over my life's journey, to really try and help feel very much in personal control of what I'm doing. You know, when you're down and you're out and you're feeling, you know, depressed about things, often you attract other people to you like that. Like attracts like. So if like attracts like is a universal thing with vibration, why would we want to put out low vibrations? We'd want to really focus on trying to be the most positive so we can keep attracting more higher frequency, higher positive people to ourselves. And that's the understanding. How are you, Roderick? Welcome aboard, mate. Happy New Year to you. This is my first live for 2026, so you are very welcome. And may I say to the first people that have popped on in 2026, if you do like the things I talk about, if you like where I'm coming from, please remember to like and subscribe, as when I pop on live, then you'll be, well, you want to put your notifications on, but then you'll know when I'm on, so you can actually have a listen to me chatting about different things. But with everything that I talk about, guys, take what you like, throw away what you don't like. I'm not here to tell you how to treat your life. I'm here basically to help you understand that you have the power in your own life. You can empower yourself. No worries, Roderick, all good, mate. So you can empower yourself, everyone. I think that's a great thing to be told. You know, that you have your own personal power that has the ability to change your life for the better. You can change it for the worse too, but if you're going to take conscious control of what's going on and you're going to take some ownership in the space, then let's make our lives better. But that's the general Craig, that's the general me, that I hope to show everyone who I am, my authentic self. It's not about controlling anyone else. It's very much about owning who I am, believing in who I am, and being my unique self to the best of my ability, and following my dreams and passions in life, and being that shining light so others can go, hey, I can do that too. I can go after the things that, you know, mean something to me, that make me feel good. So that's the message I really overall want to get across, right? Thank you, Liam. You are a wizard yourself, my friend. We are living in the world of wizards. Did you notice I put a couple of my little friends on the table in front of me today just for the live session? I was even thinking I might do a video wearing my Harry Potter wizard hat. Love it. You know, the old sorting hat. I'm definitely Gryffindor. So, look, guys, bit of fun. But I wanted to talk today about 2026 from Craig's perspective. Okay, so, you know, you can go online and you can look at all these psychics making all these wild and crazy predictions for the year. Thank you, Wisdom. Appreciate you, mate. You know, you can listen to all these people making these crazy predictions about what's going to happen and what country's bad stuff's going to happen in and what good stuff's going to happen in. Well, that's all well and good. But from my perspective, at the start of every year or throughout every day that I exist, you all create your own reality. Each individual creates their own reality. Now, very much so. Vin, I hope you have an awesome year too, and I know that you will, mate. And this is the thing. If we all believe in ourselves, if we believe that we do create our own reality, and we really connect with that, and we really start to understand what we do comes back as a reflection on ourselves, we're going to start doing more and more positive things, right? You can't get caught up in the world's overall issues that are going on. And I think a lot of people that do psychic readings, no offense to a lot of them, but a lot of them that do psychic readings and put out these ideas, it's one line. It's one line of projection, and they might pick up on something negative. I'm not a big believer in putting out a negative thing that's going to happen anyway, because if you put an idea in someone's head that's negative, doesn't that help them to intensify the chance of it happening? That would be crazy. So very much like on the individual level, you do create your own world. You do have a say in where things move for you. There are infinite rivers of manifestation and creation that you have done already. You are the master, you are the wizards of manifestation. You don't have to manifest anything. Okay? You've already manifested it. All right? This is the thing that a lot of people don't get, right? You just have to choose what version of you want to have exist. We are Charlie Kirk, USA. Oh, yeah, love USA. How are you, Crazy Eyes? Welcome aboard. Can't read anything coming out. Oh, wow, there you go. Well done. Well done. Very well done. The choice is yours, though, okay? The path that you want to go down is your path. You could spend your life living a hell, living hell. You could be doing things that are detrimental to your health. You could do things that are detrimental to your sanity. You could be a very negative person, and you could hang out with people that are doing criminal activities. You could do all that, and it's your choice. There are infinite choices of how you want to live your life. When you connect with the understanding that you get a choice, you create your own reality. Oh yeah, love Star Wars, my friend, love Star Wars. But Star Trek, there's still a little bit of passion for it, on the side. Love Captain Kirk. I mean, there was a little bit more of that. All right, I won't get off track, Crazy. It's all good. So, really, everyone, we've got to take ownership of the path that we want to go down. How do we choose that path? Now, 2026, yes, 2026 is a year of movement, acceleration. In numerology, it's a number 1 year. Sneaky Fox, how you going? Welcome back. Welcome. First live for 2026 by Craigsworldrocks, and obviously I'm Craig. You are very welcome, my friend. We are going forward. It is going to be an awesome year, everyone, and everyone that loves talking about creating their own reality and creating their own reality and taking ownership in that space, like myself. We are going to have great years. They're going to be the best. It's going to all come. It's all going to turn up us. All right. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, Crazy Eyes, if that's where we're going, awesome stuff, mate. If you're loving it, if it's what you prefer, all for it for you, mate. No dramas. The whole thing is choosing that path, right? Because there's infinite paths you can choose in this understanding. That's right, it can only go up from there, mate. In that understanding, you basically are going to be able to choose something that creates the things that you prefer to experience. So you have to connect with yourself. That's why I talk about connecting with your authentic self. Connect with who you are. Decide the things that you want to have in your life, what you prefer. Go down that path. Now, doesn't that sound very easy? Well, it's actually not as hard as what everyone makes out. You just have to really know who you are and what you truly want to do. What makes you buzz? What makes you feel wow? Like if I fly in a plane, it's one of my passions, right? If I go on a flight somewhere, I feel fantastic. I don't know what it is, but flying in planes, just woo, love it, right? It's a passion, right? I've done a few hours many years ago in a private setting doing some flying lessons, and my goodness, yeah, I loved it, just loved it. So that's the type of example, right? I also love doing what I'm doing right now, being passionate, talking about life, helping people to understand there's more to life than just doing what you're told and getting a wage and doing what everyone else is doing. Connect with your true self. Connect with the you that is just you in here, that loves the things that you love. Do the things that are in there, in the heart. That's you. This is your... See, the answers to life for me, they're not out there. They're all in here. So you have to remember who you were when you were more of a perfect Craig. And when you were a perfect younger person, when you're a child or a kid, you weren't programmed as heavily by society at that point, and you kind of knew what you're into. You kind of got to remember as an adult, what were you into? What were the things that went wow, that made your eyes go bigger, that made you feel energized about life? That's different for everyone. Every single one of us has the ability to connect with ourselves, right? Hey, how you going? Priceland, yeah, okay, we'll just say that. Priceland, how you going? Welcome aboard. User T5EX. If Jesus is king for you, my friend, then that is fine. Craigsworldrocks is a little bit more expanded than that. I am someone that believes that we have a big say in what goes on in our life. So, 12, how you going? Watching from, is that New Zealand? Welcome, my friends in New Zealand. I have mentioned that my father is a Kiwi. Grew up in a suburb called Point Chevalier around Auckland. So you are all very welcome to have a listen to Craig here. But I'm all about talking about people, about empowering yourself about life. Oh, you're from Australia. Okay, sweet as, mate. I've set the camera up a bit further back today. Look like a New Zealand flag. That's all sweet, brother. So, you know, it's about taking ownership of your life, understanding that you have a say in what goes on in your life. And I can't see how that's a bad thing. What you put out is what comes back. Okay, when you act really nicely to someone, you'll notice that people act really nice back to you. If you act really nasty to someone, they will act nasty back to you. It's you're showing yourself that what you say and think and do changes and creates what's going on out there. It's how you respond to situations in your life. A lot of situations that come up in your lives, they're not going to seem so positive, but you can still act positive. You can still act, hold your vibration higher and act in the most positive way you can in the situation, because that could lead to more opening up for other things, because if you don't let yourself drop down into that lower vibrational level, okay? So we want to try and keep ourselves nice and high and clear and positive, because as our vibrations lift and are higher, we connect more with our own messages from ourselves. Higgs, how you going? Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard. You have not been here for a little while. No, well, I've had a couple of days of R&R, mate. I posted a pretty cool little UFO clip, if I do say so myself, the other day. One that I'd held on to since September last year. Didn't know what to do with it. Made a little video where I just made a comment at the start and then showed it. It's actually 3 orbs. It looks like 3 orbs, but they're in a triangle form in the sky, not far from where my house is, and basically rotating in the sky, in the night sky, and they're not drones. I can 100% tell you they're not drones. It's either a big craft that was only showing the 3 triangular lights, or they were 3 orbs all moving in unison. Spin out video. Yep, loved it. I loved it. So check it out. It's on Craigsworldrocks there. You can check out that little UFO video, one of the latest ones. There's been a lot more activity happening around where I am in Melbourne, so we're starting to see a lot more in late 2025, early 2026. So hang on to your hats, I say, everyone. So let's get back on track with 2026. Yeah, I'm doing it. Awesome. No problem. Well done. So remember, for those listening, if you like what I talk about, I think you get to see the authentic me here. Oh, I've got my crystals hanging inside my top today. if you like the authentic me, remember to like and subscribe so that you know when I jump on and I start talking. We'll have a good session today. I want to talk a bit about this year. I want that to be part of the chat today. We'll see how we go. Because if you also have questions and things for me, albeit, you know, personal ones, you can throw them up. I mean, I'll do my best to answer them now, and otherwise I can always answer in a bit more detail in some comment sections on my page. So 2026, it's a number 1 year in numerology. I think I said that before. So number 1, new beginnings, everyone. 2025 was pretty tumultuous. You could say that for the planet itself. A lot of like secrets and crap came out. I think we will see more old crap in a general sense. Have I touched a kangaroo? Yes, I have. Alicia Seeds, very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on. You are appreciated. You are also awesome and perfect in every way. You do not have to change yourself for anyone. Be awesome. Kangaroos are also awesome, but you want to make sure that you're not in a paddock with a kangaroo and no fence between you, because there can be the odd grumpy old ones, and they're very strong animals. So, you know, yeah, a place called Healesville Century, I remember as a young kid, got to pat a kangaroo, but it was a very placid one. It was a very old one, very placid one. So you want to, if you ever visit Australia, if you haven't visited Australia, or if you're Australian, I'm not sure, you know, just don't go out into the wild and think I can go up and pat this kangaroo, he looks nice. They can be quite aggressive and quite powerful. Are there more emus or kangaroos? There's a lot of emus. I am not sure. You would have to Google the amount. I think there'd be more kangaroos if I was putting a number on it. Out in the outback in the west of Australia, in the deserts and that, kangaroos are running wild. There are tens of thousands of them from what I've been told. Just, they're out of control. The population is huge. So, Alicia, you are very welcome here. So is this the first time you've listened to myself talking? I'll continue to talk though. I always find myself waiting for the answer. So, you know, when it comes to what my page is about, really, no worries at all. I'm a very genuine, unique person. Basically, I'm a believer in that we all create our own reality. So I'm a believer in the fact that what you put out is what comes back. The more positive you are, the more positive the world you create for yourself. Each person's empowered to take control of their own life, and you know, you can change things for the better in your own life. You can't control other people, but you certainly have the ability to create your own reality. And it's something I talk about, and it's positive attitudes and, you know, connecting with your heart. So connecting with the person you really are, and yeah, do an American accent. Yo man, how you going? I'm not very good at accents, my friends. But I think all of you are awesome, wherever you are in the world. Absolutely awesome. You know, we're all brothers and sisters. One of the things I say to everyone all the time is, look, we all came into this world as babies, right? We're all going to leave one day when we cross back, when we pass away. So, Lieutenant, thank you very much. Appreciate you, my friend. You know, we're all going to move on at some stage, right? So we're all the same. Aren't we all the same? We're all babies. We're all living life. We're all humans. Regardless of race and sex, whatever, we're all the same. So we should treat each other with respect and love and the same, no matter what you believe. If you're not doing that, you're really confused about what's going on. I mean, you want to treat everyone like their family. That's how I look at it. We're all family. We don't 100% know where we're going. We don't 100% know where we came from. We all have a bit of an idea, and there's all different people that preach lots of different things. But I'm about now. What can you do right now to be the best version of yourself now? And that is working from being the unique person that you are Go after the things that you love, that are personal passions of yours, things that you go, wow, I wish I could do that. What's stopping you from doing that? Because if something's a true passion for you, something that just is something you're good at, or you just love that much, you feel that good when you're doing it, you should be doing it as much as you can. And you should be going down that path, because I'm telling you now, you create your own reality. When you start going down the path of doing things you're passionate about, opportunities come into your reality. You start creating them. No, I'm not a marine biologist. I would say I'm a bit of a philosopher. That's what I like to do here. Yeah, so, you know, you want to create better opportunities for yourself, right? Because if you suddenly have an opportunity in the area that you're passionate about, and someone says, hey, you'd be great at doing this, and suddenly you're doing a job in the field that you're passionate about, guess what? You're never working a day in your life, because when you do something you love every day, work isn't work anymore. Think about that. So we all can change our lives for the better, but it starts with how we act, right? I have no idea. Maybe it's because of the Great Barrier Reef, right? That's probably the number one natural, beautiful reef in the world. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world, I think they said. The Great Barrier Reef, isn't it? Am I right in saying that? But we need to take ownership of what we do, right? So whatever it is that you're passionate, if there's something you're passionate about that you are not doing at the moment, my advice is think about how you can add that into your life, right? Like here, we're all wizards. Like my hat here. I won't put him on. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll put him on. Gryffindor. Oh, no, that didn't work very good. I'm sure everyone's Harry Potter orientated. I love my sorting hat. He's a gem. Yeah, so, you know, he does, but the batteries are out at the moment, so he's not at the moment. No, he doesn't. But he normally does. Yes, he talks Gryffindor, and when you put him on your head, he chooses the house that you're in for you. So, very cool. Very cool little hat. So, rightio. So, 2026. Let's get back on track with 2026. So, it's going to be a year of new beginnings. New beginnings, right? New beginnings, guys. That's another word for opportunity, right? If you've been, you know, true to yourself and you've found it tough to get onto that path or start getting into the thing that you're passionate about and not as much has been happening, 2026 is the perfect time to take what I've been saying, connect with something that you're passionate about and start to do it. Because it's like, you know, if you're a surfer, here's an analogy for you guys, right? I'm not a surfer, so just let's put it out there. So if you were surfing on a front beach with little waves, and it only had little waves, you know, less than half a meter, and you're trying to get assistance to get into the beach, it's going to take a while because those little waves don't push you far and you've just got to do all the paddling yourself to try and get back in. But if you're on a big surf beach, like in Australia, you have Bells Beach and that, and you might have a couple of metre waves on really good days, right? And you get on one of them, it takes you all the way to the beach without you having to do anything but just travel with it, right? That's what 2026 is like. We're at the big waves at that beach. Hey, Kiara, how you going? I hope Texas is good. Melbourne in Australia is good, so I hope Texas is good. But yeah, so if you get on that big wave, that's 2026. So if you know what you want, if you know who you are, if you awaken the passions that you really, things that you really want to be doing, the things that you go, I wish I had time to do that, and you find a way to make some time to start doing it, I'm telling you, that wave is going to ride, just take you forward in a rush. 2026, blah, blah, blah. Getting tongue-tied there. Hey, Brian, how are we going? Oh, Mexican food's beautiful here, yes. Very multicultural country, Australia and Melbourne. It's summer, it's hot. We're at 32 degrees Celsius today in Melbourne, which is down the bottom of Australia. We're not far from the old, well, most people around the world don't even know about Tasmania. That's the little island off the bottom. So we're quite far down towards, well, the lower end of Australia, which is normally the colder parts, right? The lower parts of the colder parts. But hey, we're in the midst of summer. We've just hit summer, 32 degrees, bang, hot day. Whew, there you go. Fantastic stuff. Can you swim in the beaches? Yes, absolutely, we can swim in the beaches. In Melbourne, we can. We don't have any problems at all in that space. If you were to try and go up to Queensland per se and swim up there, you can get, it's more tropical up in Queensland, and that can be a lot more crocodiles and box jellyfish and yeah. Is it only 89 Fahrenheit? Oh, I thought it might have been a bit more. But it's 32 degrees Celsius today. Yeah, that was the maximum in Melbourne, Australia. But we do get up towards 40 in our summers. We get up towards 40 at times in the peak of summer. Probably in the February period, it can hit that. So it can get quite hot. You want to move to Australia, Alicia? Well, we are open for business in Australia. Plenty of places to come and live in Australia. And let's face it, if you're from America, yeah, from USA, your dollar's worth a lot more than ours. So you'll probably find it easier. Central Coast, that's in Queensland, yeah. That's up in Queensland. So that's up in the top half. Well, it's above the middle of Australia, top half. Brisbane and Queensland, the capitals, are kind of around the middle there on that east coast, and Melbourne's like down the bottom of that east coast type thing. So, you know, the whole east coast is where all the action happens. I suppose it's like California in America, the east coast of Australia, where you got Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne are the three main capitals. Sydney and Melbourne are the big kahunas. We've got about 6 million people living in Melbourne. So, but we do have the best coffee. So if you think Starbucks is good coffee, you try our coffee. You won't go back to Starbucks, I can tell you. We make real good coffee. And if you're a coffee lover, Melbourne's the place to be. Absolutely, Kiara. We're brothers and sisters, mate. Like we're all the same family. No, we're all the same. Queensland, Sydney, all the states in Australia are one under Australia. There's no separate states that are seen differently. No, they're all. But we're under the Commonwealth still. So we haven't separated from the Commonwealth. So we still are overseen by the King and Queen in the UK, like Canada. But they always talk about us having a referendum to become like America and become a republic. But who knows? That will happen when they decide they want it to happen. So let's get back talking about a bit of 2026. So yes, it's a great time for beginning, right? And the wave that's going to help you have a really good year if you're doing things from the heart. And well, there you go. When you're doing things from the heart and you're following your passions in life, the wave this year in 2026 is going to assist you. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we have the best coffee. There's no questions. I've had Starbucks in Australia. Nah, not good. No offense to the Starbucks people, but not my cup of tea. I'd probably have a cup of tea over a Starbucks. What's this? Yeah, so look, we're really, it's really a good year for beginnings, guys. So remember that, okay? If you want to start something new, if there's an idea, if there's something you're passionate about that you haven't started to do but you want to get into again, this is the perfect year to start it. Get into it. Trust your intuition. Trust that your first thought is always correct for you. That it is. When you feel that something is right for you, it's right for you. You've got to trust that intuition, right? But yeah, so as we head into a bit more into 2026, there's also a lot of discussion around, well, there's been a lot of discussion around extraterrestrial disclosure. And for some of you, that might be whoa, you know, but the Americans have been people in America have been pushing it through Congress and everything, that the military has been keeping this a secret around the world, and not just America, but it would be Australia would be involved in that, and UK, all of them have been keeping this secret behind closed doors, that we're already in connection with other races in the universe. There's talk that could come out late 2026. There's a lot of people that believe towards the end of 2026, early 2027, that disclosure is going to happen. That, well, not even disclosure, but disclosure in the sense that one of our extraterrestrial friends will step forward and announce themselves to the world that they are real. So, I would think that Australia would be pretty much the same. It's not really that strict. It's we have a lot of freedoms. I think we're overtaxed, way overtaxed. I think we have some good jobs here. Everyone makes okay money. Not saying that we're the richest country in the world. We've got a lot of people that have been really successful. But I think that there's many opportunities in Australia, probably more than other places around the world, if I'm being honest, for people that want to come here and start their own businesses or whatever they're looking to do. A white card is a card for a job site. That's if you're a tradie and you just want to get onto a job site, I believe. But if you're coming from overseas, you'd have to investigate that, Alicia, about what you need to work here. I think it's a working visa that you just get for a few years and go from there. Raymond, how you going, mate? All good? Welcome. So, as we get back further into 2026, there's going to be more things, I think, come up. So more people at the high level of society. I think we're going to find more corruption stuff come to the surface. I get the feeling that, the planet is naturally lifting its vibration. I understand that when we do things when we're authentic and we do things we're passionate about, we can be very open and honest, and our vibration comes up. I personally, I have nothing to hide. There's no negatives in there. There's no hidden agendas. But are there a lot of people that have been living in a certain way over many, many years and have a lot of hidden secrets? Around the world, yes, there are. And those things are going to come to the surface for those people. So I think just be aware that you might see more things come to the surface that have been going on that are just terrible, that are from people that you think were great people in the media and celebrity-wise that have been actually involved in a lot of this stuff. So I think there's going to be a lot of hidden secrets coming up. That's just as the white light vibration of this, as our planet cleanses itself, let's say, the crap has to go somewhere, it has to come out, and it has to be dealt with. So people that have been hiding a lot of shit, that's going to come to the surface in 2026. But like I've said to everyone that I talk to, Enzar, how you going? We are chatting a bit about 2026 today, and my opinion about a few things coming up. And we're basically diving into that, as well as still having chats around how to hold your attitude in the right way going into 2026. But this year will be a great wave of driving us. So if we're doing everything from the heart, if we're doing everything in the most positive way we can do it, and we're going after the things that we feel passionate about, the wave of energy on this planet is going to just pick you up like you're a surfer in a giant wave and take you forward, 1,000 times an hour. So be ready for that. Make sure that your cupboard is clear. Get your crap out, be nice and clear, let's get into it, right? Start new passionate projects, 2026. There's going to be headlines during the year too, things that I've felt myself. There's going to be people that you wouldn't expect that have been doing the wrong thing, and suddenly a story will come up about them and it will be, wow, didn't expect that one, but their stuff will come to the surface. In fact, all of our stuff is coming to the surface, but for ourselves that aren't in the spotlight and haven't been doing anything horrifically bad, you know, you've just got to connect more with who you are. Understand what makes you tick, understand what makes you feel good, get after it, right? 2026 transition. I think we've already been through transition, but we're going to go through more transition. I think that's through being awoken to more of the, you know, truth about human beings and about existence. I think more of that's going to come to the surface. I do think that. I don't think there's any difference for nationality in Australia. I think that everyone's welcome. We're a very diverse culture, and we're multicultural as much as any other country is around the world, and we're very welcoming to all of that. I mean, the only thing that you want is when people, you know, you want people to treat people well. If a person's coming to a country and they're going to act up and do the wrong thing, well, they might as well stay in their own country. I mean, they're not really doing anyone any favours. And I think, you know, if you come here for the right reasons, Australia's a great place. And, you know, we don't not allowed to carry guns in Australia. There's no guns. You know, it's, yeah, but that was two really bad off the deep end people. I suppose the way I talk about Bondi is it was horrific. Unique. Well, I don't know, Jay Barillo. I'm like, you know, guns are just going to do damage and revenge type of thing, back and forth. It only gets worse, doesn't it? I mean, look at you know, the Palestinians and the Jews in Gaza Strip. It's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years, their war. And, you know, if you took all the guns off the kids, then at least they wouldn't be able to shoot themselves. You know, I'd rather have a country where guns are illegal, except if you're a, you know, official or a police officer or whatever. But, you know, I know people that are citizens can still get hold of guns, you know, and so on and so forth. So if someone wants to do something bad, they certainly can. But I don't want to live in a world like that. And if that's going to, you know, if that's going to make us have to withdraw from life and be really negative, well, it's not a place that I want to be, you know, involved with. I think we have to live our lives to the best of our ability, and we have to treat people the way that we want to be treated. And, you know, I think, you know, the little kids around the world that have these big weapons, we need to take all the weapons off all of them, you know. If no one had any weapons, then it'd be a much better place. But that's it for another day. that's a huge issue. 2026, what do I feel about 2026 going forward? I think 2026 is going to be a fantastic year for anyone that is connecting authentically with themselves. If you want to do things for the right reasons, 2026 is going to be a damn good year for you. They do. It's not the weapon or the knives, is it? It's the people. But, you know, we've also heard about guns killing people when, you know, it hasn't meant to be. Like projectiles can come like that. It's, yeah. I mean, look, people that lose connection with life, people that don't have a connection with life, that feel disconnected, that feel like there's no reason to live, that's when they go off the rails and they lash out. When they don't see themselves as feeling a part of what's going on in the world. I felt that way when I was 20. I didn't turn to a terrorist, but I met someone that told me, hey, you know, you create your own reality, you have a say. And that was the beginning for me getting back control of my own life, feeling in control. It's a feeling of control in your own life that makes you grounded and makes you, hey, Hogs Baffleworth, how you going? And makes you feel centered. that there's a positive reason that you can go forward and you have a say in what goes on, you know. Yeah, Alicia, it's like, you know, America, everyone can carry guns, and I'm blown away at seeing all that. And you also see when they have those horrific things at schools where upset kids that have just gone off the rails go there and just start shooting people. And we've seen a bit of that over the years, and yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. I just think that we need to have more open conversations with ourselves. We need to have more, you know, it's not out of your control. Life is not something that, you're not a puppet. From my perspective, none of us are puppets. There's not someone pulling the strings. I don't believe that. It's all of us that make the decisions. Well, the way I like to see it is we're part of the all that is. I call it the all that is, which is the universe, the galaxy, the planet, the trees, the animals, the humans, the rivers, the food. Everything is our existence, right? We live on this amazing planet. We live this amazing conscious life. We're communicating with each other. We're going on holidays. We're doing all this amazing stuff. We're all the same and we're all connected. Everything's connected. We're a part of it all. We're not lesser than. We're not less than anything. We are the all that is. We need to stop saying we're lesser than and start saying, I can change my life for the better. And I can empower myself to start to be the best version of myself I can be. Not because of some, you know, religion or anything like that. Just because it's the right way to live. It's the best way you can live for yourself. Be the best version of yourself you can be. Do the things that you love to do and appreciate yourself. Appreciate for where you are right now. Everyone on my live right now, I want you to pat yourself in the back and say, you've done well getting to where you got to. Because you've got to appreciate who you are right now before you can allow yourself to transform into the next stage of your existence. Yeah, they should. And that's why I'm thankful that people in general don't have guns in Australia, because you got to trust that everyone's going to do the right thing, right, when they're all available. Communism, how you going? I hope everything is going well. Amelia, how you going? I hope everything is going well. You know, taking that ownership in your life is such an important step in each person's life, to know that you actually can make a difference in your life. You can transform your life for the better. And that is the example that you then show to everyone around you. You don't have to say anything to anyone. I'm glad that you're feeling a bit better. Ari, how you going, mate? Welcome aboard. Marcella, how you going? Woohoo! Yeah, welcome aboard. I like all those little pictures there. What's going on rocking over there? But I tell you what, you know, for those, did I say Marcella right? Marcella? Yes? That's how I read it. Woohoo! Welcome. You're awesome. Every single one of you is perfect the way you are. I like to say that once in a while through my lives, because you don't have to change a damn thing about yourself. You are awesome. You are already there, right? You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to be someone you're not. You just want to be the best version you can be of yourself by doing the things that you love to do in life, you know. Just get out there and enjoy life, right? That's my message. My message, get out there, enjoy life, do the things you're passionate about, feel good about yourself. Do you miss 2016? Well, it was 10 years ago, and it was a great year. 2026, we're in Marcella, and look, I've been saying to a few of the guys on the live today that from my perspective, well, there you go, well, Alicia, you've got to get out to Australia then, don't you? I mean, it's been 10 years. I mean, get it happening. We're the lucky country out here, everyone. So, 2026, if you are going after the things, if you start to go after a few of the true passions, things that you go, I wish I'd been doing that, or I want to do that, but I don't know how, and you start to add some of those things that you're passionate about, and you start doing them, 2026 the wave will come in and it will take you forward in the direction of the things that come from your heart. That's what's going to happen. It's the authentic things this year. No more being fake. If you're being fake, the wave won't be there for you, right? You've got to be working from the heart. You've got to be doing the things that mean something to you. But yeah, so 2026 is a number one year in, yeah, absolutely. 2026 is a number one year in numerology. It is the beginning of new things. We've been through a lot of ups and downs in 2025. There will be some more ups and downs in the world setting, I think, in the first half of 2026. But, I believe that we all create our own personal realities. So what we put out is what we get back. The only thing anyone can focus on is themselves. So you've got to actually take ownership of you, and you've got to do what's right by you. Not selfishly, but self-love, from the heart. What do you truly believe in? What makes you feel the best you can feel? If you're not doing those things, you're wasting your life. You need to get on and do it. 2026 is going to help people that work from their heart, that want to be their individual, unique spark of light. Do you want to be you? Do you want to be the true you and let you shine? Let you be the best version of you can be? 2026 is going to allow you to do it, right? And when you connect with who you really are, there's no better feeling. Like, one of my passions is this, speaking about life, the universe, and everything. Right? I've had my experiences. I enjoy life. I enjoy thinking about all different concepts. I like reflecting on things, being able to step back, assess that, work out what's going on. Everything around you in your world is a reflection of where you are. So when things happen in your world and you go, oh, that's not fantastic, there's something in you that's created that, though, to give you a reflection of something that you might want to work on. It might be a situation that's happened that brings up a response from you that it's quite a negative old belief. It might be like, oh, I don't like that type of action or that person, or you're making a judgment on something, right? So a belief is there that's creating that response. You then get an opportunity to let go of that, to change that within yourself, right? Because you're here to learn, to expand, grow, and basically improve your own personal life. Like, learn the lessons you want to learn in the best possible way. You don't have to go through hell to learn the things you need to learn in this world. You can actually go through life and learn things in a very positive way for yourself. It's up to yourself, all right? But you have to empower yourself with the understanding that what you put out does come back. I mean, the basic little thing that I say to everyone is, when you speak really nicely to someone, when you say, I'm so appreciative of what you've done for me today. Thank you so much for being there. And it comes from your heart. That person feels that, oh no, thank you. No, I really appreciate you allowing me to be there. And it comes back. What I'm saying is, when you put it out like that, that reflection comes back. Do you not want that type of reflection to be your reality? Do you not want much better things to be manifested for you? You need to act in the way that says you're already where you want to be. So you need to appreciate where you are now, own who you are today, right now, own it. I am me. Yes, I have this, and I've done this. Be grateful. Appreciate who you are. And from that point of appreciation and gratefulness of who you are, you're then stating that you know where you are, and you can then go forward and open yourself up to be more of who you could be. because unless you know where you are, you can't step from that. You have to know where you're from, right? It's like taking a step forward. You have to know you're here, and then you step there, and then you step there. You move because you know where you are and where you're going to. So you have to prove these things to yourself. If you don't understand that if you've never thought about the fact that you create what goes on, no, and ride the incubus, that is fine for you, my friend. I'm not a religious man. I want you to be very aware of that. I'm someone that believes that, you create what goes on in your life. You are the empowered person. You actually can make differences in your own life. If you believe in a religious God, that is absolutely fine, ride. It's absolutely fine. I accept you for that. And if it's something that makes you comfortable and happy within yourself, that's great. I'm very much someone that just is about putting out my ideas about life. People can take them. They can take something they like. They can chuck away what they don't like. The more authentic you live, there's only one person, in my opinion, that is going to judge you on how you live, and that's you. You know if you're lying. You know if you're being honest about life. So there's no one else out that's going to judge you. I don't believe that there's a God that's going to judge you at the end of your life. The only person that judges you is you. But that's my opinion. So, Jedi. Absolutely, my friend. Money Mojo, how are we going? I hope everything's been going well. Star Wars is awesome. Imagine this, everyone. Let's change tact. Imagine if Star Wars was the reality of life, but our governments have been suppressing that reality from us. This is my friend, the Sorting Hat, and he put me in Gryffindor. I didn't hear any laughing, but I figured you'd laugh at that, right? So just imagine for a second that Star Wars was our reality. I would love that. I mean, do we remember the scene in the cantina with them all playing their instruments and everything? I'm telling you, it could be real. Don't take my word for it, but who knows what the future holds. The other scene that I always think about for those who love this stuff is 71. Did I do some mathematics for you the other way, Jacobine? 60. I know it's 67, you cheeky bugger. Is like, what was I going to say? Changing my tack there. So the Men in Black movies where they're at the airport and all the aliens are taking trips here, there, and everywhere, and all the different creatures are running around. They're like, get out of my way. And it's just a mix of everyone. Like, that's awesome to me. That's just awesome. Did something happen that we're unaware of? Because I've been on online. Sorry. Yes. So again, I'm going to go back to it. So the world, things will happen in the world. All right, everyone. 2026. There's still a lot of low vibrational old crap that has to come out for the earth to cleanse itself of all this old shit that's been bottled up by governments and secrets hidden and all this type of stuff. US invaded Venezuela. Okay. Well, we thought that might happen, didn't we? There you go. So, look, there's going to be things like this user that are going to go on, right? Government powers will do what they're going to do. The US military is the biggest military in the world, most powerful. And if someone steps out of line from their perspective, I suppose they're going to try and it's already it's over already. There you go. It's not going to be much of a situation, but we have to focus not on what's happening in the world. We already won. There you go. That was a very quick war, everyone. All right. We have to focus on ourselves. See, because I talk about creating your own reality, right? You can't change what President Trump decides he's going to do. He's someone else. Just like everyone out there, there's someone else. Hey, Sandra, how you going? Welcome along. So the only person that each of us as individuals should be focusing on to change for the better is you. There's no one else you need to worry about. I know that it's easy to get caught up with all the media stuff and watch it and get caught up in the emotion of it, but there's no real control you have over that. You are very welcome, Sandra. Welcome anytime here. And I say to everyone that's on, look, I am Craig. This is Craig's World Rocks. I speak about creating your own reality. I'm a believer in the metaphysical understanding of we are empowered to transform our lives. That's what I believe. Please always take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. Again, I'm not a religious person, but anyone that believes in religion or God, if you're here and you're not saying anything negative, which I wouldn't expect you to, you are certainly happy to be here and listen. And if you like how I talk, and I'm a very positive person, I'm a very self-empowered person, but if you like how I talk and you want to hear me more regularly, this is why I'm doing lives the last month or so. It's putting my authentic self out there so you guys can get a gist of who I am. So please subscribe, hit the notifications so you know that when I'm on. My 9-to-5 job, I'm not back for another few weeks, so I'm doing a lot of lives over the next few weeks and really trying to connect with a lot of people and get a lot of those understandings about. But today, I was hoping to put a lot more information out there about 2026. I have my own intuition. I have my own thoughts around what's coming up in the next year. And for people that are listening to their own heart, that are following their passions, that are just going after the things that make them feel good, and you're not out there trying to hurt anyone else, 2026 is going to be a great year for you, because the wave of energy is going to support the individuals that go forward with that attitude. So if you've been having that attitude and things haven't quite taken off in the way you've wanted, get ready for the ride of your life in 2026. It's going to be awesome. And I can tell, Sandra, you're already ready to go. You're strapped in. Let's go, right? But fantastic. I mean, I was getting so excited there for a bit. So, yeah, if anyone's wondering, this is my Harry Potter sorting hat. I know that it's a little bit weird to be sitting here, but I wanted to put a few things around me that mean something to me. And, you know, Star Wars. I love Star Wars, right? Star Wars is like... have you ever faced real adversity? Well, I had a pretty tough upbringing. I've gone to conversations about that before, VF guy. But with every bit of adversity that we go through, well, maybe there's real Jedi out there, white man from town, and you know, maybe they're more powerful than the TV screen, movie screen Jedi, but we haven't met them ones yet. Yeah, so I would say, check something here. Yeah, the adversity aspect. Look, with all adversity, that's what makes us learn the things we need to learn to awaken ourselves to who we really are. I believe that. I mean, if I hadn't gone through the things I went through in my younger years, I would not be the human that I am today, and I would not have the strength in my own beliefs with myself and life that I have today. And, you know, one of the things that I'm passionate about is being my authentic self and putting it out there. Okay, well, it could be anything, yeah. Maybe not to the extent that you're talking about, VF guy, right? But you need to go through lows to experience highs. That's where I'm coming from. So people that have been through a horrific life, I would suggest they're some of the strongest spirits going around, because they've chosen to go through that horrific experience because they believe they can come out the other side and be this unbelievable individual. So if you have been through horrific experiences, I would say, and you're able to get through them and come out the other side, that's going to bode very well for you into the future. Minium from the wow, that wouldn't taste very nice, would it? I'm a bit further away from my screen today. I love the Sith, the Sith, and all of them, mate. Well, keep your chin up, my friend Cosmic Findings, because every moment you have the opportunity to transform what's going on. See, if what I'm saying, let's say this, if what I'm saying is true, all right, and everyone creates their own reality, and we're all a part of the all that is, so we're already there, we're perfect, all right. Oh, well, like I said, we all create what we want for ourselves, VF guy. I will get back to your comment, though, I promise. Cosmic Findings, you know, we are creatures of change. At every millisecond of this existence, we change. How do I know that? Because we are deteriorating. We are getting older. You are changing. Your molecules are deteriorating. You are dying, which proves to us that this world, or this reality that we're in, is a reality of change. So you have the ability to transform your life for the better. When I just want to put one thing to you, and that's right, Sandra, if you create love, then love will come to you. Cosmic Findings, I want you to try and remember this week something that you've always been passionate about from when you're a child, and see if you can start to bring that into your week somehow, and see what that does for you. Because if you're doing something that you feel passionate about, your vibration will lift, and naturally you start to attract others to you that are also on that wavelength. Well, you can say that, white man, but you know, if we've created infinite rivers, let's say we manifest every possible reality, right? Because if we are creators of our own reality, every possible reality is in front of us. So it's up to you what you choose, which river of life you choose to go down. I don't think you need to defeat anything. I need to think you jump into the right river and go with the flow. Think about that. But it's one moment at a time. At any time you're going to jump on when I'm doing a live Cosmic, you come and hang out, and I'll keep on throwing out ideas, and I'll keep being positive. And at the end of the day, it is about you understanding. I'll just knock my big crystal ball there. It is, I want to look down the barrel here to you, Cosmic. I want you to know that you're perfect in every way. There is nothing that you need to do to impress anyone. You have the golden ticket. You already live forever. You are perfect. You are a spark of pure love and light that is going through this experience to learn from these experiences. Now, I'm not one to say what your overall lifetimes have been and what you've gone through, but this life is another jigsaw puzzle to add to the big puzzle, which is your existence. So it's got to be positive. It's like, look at it like this. When you go through negative things and you're in the middle of them, everything seems terrible. But if in 12 months' time, that negative experience has suddenly turned into something better for you, then when you step back and look at the overall picture, that negative experience isn't so negative anymore. And that's it. It's analysing your own lives, guys. That's what I do. I analyse my own life. I sit back and I go, why would I want to create this? And that's right, Sandra. It is just love. At the absolute core, love is the answer. right? There's no question about it. I mean, do you want to create from love, which is where your passions and your joys come from? Or do you want to create from fear or hate? I mean, if you have anyone that's in your life that's ever trying to make you do things through fear, red flag, piss those people off out of your life as fast as you can. Because people that are trying to control other people are not in control of their own realities, yeah? And the only person you need to be in control of is you with your own life. So just be aware of other people too that often try and control others to make themselves feel better. Because they do that because they're not feeling in control of their own lives themselves. They're feeling disconnected. And so they try and get connection by putting others down or controlling others. And that happens a lot, right? Yeah. It's like, you know, there was a young man, forgotten what was his name, and he was on here a few weeks ago, and he said to me that he got stabbed in Melbourne. He got stabbed. He didn't explain the details. And he said, I feel like I want to go and get revenge on this individual. And I said, well, if you do that, then you're coming down to that person's level, and then it's tit for tat, and then eventually something even worse can happen, right? Yeah. Star Wars is switched on. So he said to me after I'd spoken to him for a little while and he'd listened for a little while, he said, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be the bigger man. And I said, and that's exactly what you need to do. We need to make decisions at an individual level that we choose love. That's what we need to do. Yuma, how are you? Are you saying I'm old? Hey, I'm old. 52. Yeah, I'm around that. Is that old? Imagine if I've lived 100,000 lifetimes. Wow, we're all pretty old. You're only as old as you feel, right? And I can tell you, I always feel in my 20s. The body will deteriorate, but it's all about how you act and how you go forward in life. Stephen Price. Okay, cool. I just agree. So, yeah, life is to be enjoyed, guys. Like 2026, Sandra, you're doing great. And you're looking awesome, Sandra. I can't even see you. But you're looking awesome. I'm sure of it. You've been a blessing on today's live chat, Sandra. I really appreciate you. Project. Okay, cool. We'll roll with that, Yuma. No worries. But yeah, so we really just want... that's it. We really just want to go forward in 2026 and live from the heart. Don't worry about what other people think. You know, it's not an ego contest. We need to throw away the ego. No, I'm not single. Have a family, 30-year relationship. So yeah, I've been around for a little while. The third, you've got to basically understand that this year is going to assist anyone that wants to live a life of joy and just do the things that they love to do. This year's energy is going to assist us. And yeah, look, that's a great thing to understand, you know. There's been a lot of years of upheaval, a lot of rubbish coming up and things that people have had to deal with along the way. And, you know, a lot of us have cleared a lot of that rubbish out. They're like, what's next? Well, what's next is stepping onto that escalator of positive stuff coming into your world. And the power being shifted from people that have been worried about controlling everyone to people that just understand they need to just be in control of themselves and empower others to understand that they also have the power to control their own lives. You know, see eclipse. Life's hard, but that's the lessons that we go through, isn't it? I mean, Yuma, you are always welcome here. Please, appreciate you. You know, we need to go forward into this year as a whole, as a group, as a human race, and empower ourselves to understand that we can make a difference in our own lives. We can transform our own lives. I mean, imagine if we start doing that, the example that we then set to the people that we care about around us. And the people that we then attract to ourselves are those people with the same attitudes. Life will transform for the better. Life will get better and better and better. I mean, I want to live in a world like that, you know. We got a Prime Minister here in Australia, Albanese. He's a bit of a nerd. You're an Oklahoma cowgirl. Okay, cool. Do you have like snakeskin boots? Because when I was a young fella, I was into heavy metal in the 90s, and we used to go to the old hangout called the Cat House in Melbourne, Victoria, and I had the old cowboy boots and all that myself. I was right into all that stuff when I was a young guy. So there you go. Yeehaw, Oklahoma. Well, very nice to meet you today, Sandra, and you are always welcome here on my lives. And you know, I've got lots of different videos that I've whacked up over the last probably 18 months when I started putting out my opinions on my own page, and just to have them there for people to share, right? Oh, well, there you go. I mean, we have no idea, right? Like, I don't know what it's like in your country. I'm sure it's awesome too, like you said. I mean, we all just live in our own countries, and beautiful. The well, yeah, well, that would be a great experience to have Australia as a big country. Yeah, so you know, I mean, I humans are humans, right? We all just want to have a good life. And Texas, yeah, Satan, how you going? We just want to live a good life. Everyone wants to have. Unfortunately not. I have one younger brother, but he's only a couple of years younger, but he's not single either. Sorry, Sandra. All good. The we basically, we want to live a good life. We want to live a happy life. We don't care about the politics. Unfortunately, we have a few people in each country that you know, has ulterior motives, and they often get corrupt because they've got such an amount of control and power over the masses of each country, and we don't seem to be able to. Why are you still single? Why? Because you wear Texas wear boots? That's not a good reason to be single. Yeah, like the governments of the world are all kind of the same. People that want to go into politics are usually people they're after power, right? And I suppose people like myself, I'm not about that. I'm about empowering myself to change my own world, but I don't want to have control over other people. It's not right. It's not the way it's supposed to be. So I don't know if that's ever going to change, if it's ever going to change, but I hope it does. I hope that John Lennon one day will be right, that power to the people, you know, that the people will have the say in what goes on with the people, because we're all being ripped off left, right and centre. There's no doubt about that one. I think every single country, we're all being ripped off. Recede wards, how you going? UK, that would be, you're in the winter right now? Yeah, you'd be in the winter. That would make peace. That's exactly right, Cosmic, right? Like, yeah, it's, you know, if we didn't have small groups of the government controlling all the masses, then we'd all just be wanting to have a good life. You know? We all just want to enjoy our lives. It's really not, you know. It's not that hard, is it? It's quite high prices here in Australia. Yeah, they are quite high prices. But again, for the ones that are on here that haven't listened to me before, I am an individual that believes I create what happens in my life. So it's an empowerment thing. I'm very much about talking to people about being the most positive version of themselves they can be. I'm not a person that thinks about that giving away your power to someone else to do it all for you is the way to go. I'm very much on the side of the metaphysics side of the aisle, where, you know, I've proven all of these things to myself. What you put out is what you get back. If you treat people well, they'll treat you well, etc., etc. You know, if you like what I talk about, don't forget to like and subscribe so that when I jump on live, you're there to join in some great conversations. And we're building a really good family, right? It's a really good family of people that want to change their lives for the better, that believe in positive thought, right? That's it. Cosmic, 100% I'm on your team, mate. It's building a group of people that are like-minded thinkers, right? That we can make a difference. We can change our own individual lives for the better, and we can show other people around us that this is the way to go. Take ownership of your life. You're not out of control. Your life's not out of control. You can be in control of your life. You have every right to feel in control of your life, you know? It's how it is, guys. You know, it's exactly what it is. But, I am an Aussie. Yes, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. And my name is Craig. And my world rocks, man. I'm very happy with where it's at. I mean, I've called it Craigsworldrocks, my YouTube page, because I couldn't think of anything else at the time. But, you know, I know what I've done over my life. I know where I've come from. I know where I am. And, you know, I'm passing on a lot of the knowledge that I've learnt. And if people like it, they can take what they like. They can chuck out what they don't like. It's pretty simple, right? I wanted to show my genuine self. My favourite sport is Aussie rules, but I do love basketball as well, and a little bit of tennis, but more Aussie rules. I like the contact in Aussie rules. You know, big high marks. It's just it's a strong game. It's a strong game. It's a good game. If you haven't watched Aussie rules football, I suggest you Google that and have a look at that online, because it really does blow a lot of people away when you see it. Yes, Sandra. Who knows? One day I might get over to the States and I'll have to come down to Texas, eh? But I haven't been there yet. But I do like America. I've always had a bit of an affiliation with America. You haven't heard of it. Aussie Rules is Aussie Rules Football. And that is an Australian created football game where they have a oval-shaped ball similar to American football, but not as pointy at the ends. And we run, we bounce it, we jump and take high marks over other people. We kick to each other. So it's a brilliant game. Google it, Aussie Rules Football or Australian Rules Football. Check it out. I'm sure there'll be many, many videos online. You can have a look at people playing it. You'll like it. Well, my friends, we might call it a night because it's going on to about an hour and a half's chat. My battery wasn't fully charged on my phone, so that's getting very low. But I want to say I've really enjoyed the conversation tonight, and you've all been really, really wonderful. It's been nice meeting a lot of you and having a good chat with a lot of you. How will you search for me? My YouTube channel is called Craigsworldrocks, and if you don't have a YouTube, then you can just type in Craigsworldrocks to search for me. But yeah, if you subscribe and you hit the notifications on YouTube, you'll see when I jump on again live. During my own downtime, I am doing this once a day, and it's usually a similar time, maybe half an hour earlier than what I jumped on today. I'll jump on tomorrow. But yeah, so we'll just continue to have conversations, continue to see how your lives are all going. And if people are feeling disconnected with life and they're people that you know, by all means, let them know about my YouTube. I'm happy to have them join and listen to someone talk about how we can actually improve what's going on with our own positive comments that are going on, right? Yeah. Cosmic, you're appreciated, mate. You're always welcome here, my friend. It's joy and a privilege to actually have all of you listen and be engaged and be caring and respectful, and we all just want the same thing. We're all the same. We all want to have better lives. We all want to have great experiences, and you know that's what it's about for me. And I think that's about the same for most of us. So myself and my sorting hat will, let's just put this on. We'll sort you all out, and I, with a wave of my magic wand, everyone, a wave of my magic wand, I say adieu. Until the next we meet. Check out my YouTube videos. I've got a lot of good conversations happening on there. And until we meet again, Craigsworldrocks. So does yours. Take care of yourselves and be good to everyone and be good to yourself, most importantly. And I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.